Well, look, during the Iraq War, the Christian community in Iraq, which was about 1.6 million, they estimated, before the second war, before our second invasion, is now dwindled down to a couple 100,000. And it was very underreported. And when people would raise this issue, they would say, well, we can't specify any help to the Christians in Iraq because that would look like favoritism. It would play into the Crusader narrative. So we left them out to dry.
1.4 million beforehand?
About 1.4, 1.6 in that neighborhood.
And now there's 200?
A few 100,000.
A few hundred.
A few 100,000.
What happened to the others?
They fled to neighboring countries. Some of them fled to Syria, by the way. They fled to neighboring countries. Some of them got asylum in the West, and a lot of them got killed. We'll never actually know the full amount of numbers. They assassinated the Archbishop Raho at Mosul. He was a very prominent Christian leader. I mean, they assassinated an archbishop. This wasn't even reported in this country. And you see this now with the Coptics in Egypt. Everyone's always afraid if we help them, it'll look like the Western Christian Jewish crusaders are in there playing favorites. So let's just sort of leave them out.
I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that's our motivation. Well, we don't want to help them. I don't believe that for a second.
That's the public excuse.
Yeah, that is the excuse. We are on the wrong side. We are on the wrong side. I mean, I don't see our president standing up for Christians, unless you're a Christian like Jeremiah Wright. Not going to stand up for Christians. He's telling Christians, like the Catholics, exactly how to live their lives.
We're so on the wrong side that it's become apparent this administration doesn't really realize which side they're supposed to pretend they're on at this point. They've slowed delivery of F-16 fighter planes to this new interim Egyptian government, but they don't really want to cut it off entirely because then it will look like, oh, I guess it really was a coup, which we all know it was a coup. They're not even sure which side of this they're supposed to be playing at this point. There's a deadline looming. This thing could turn violent very quickly in Egypt. It's already as violent as it could possibly get, really, in Syria. This is what we're looking at, and we are nowhere to be found.
Hey, Billy Crystal. Not the funny one. The really funny one in Washington. You're a moron. And so are many of those in Washington that went along with this in the Middle East. We're in trouble to know what side you're on.